let's say hypothetically you join the UFC, and hypothetically your coach tells you you'll have a match in the next month, and that he's leaving you for a month because he wants vacation, and he doesn't want to deal with you. So he's leaving you to your own devices. How should you train? 30 days isn't really all that much. Exercising, learning technique, and recovery time are all factors if you want to train for the UFC. This is my opinion for how you should train and start. I'll explain my reasoning and hope it's accurate for everyone. So step one is figuring out who you're fighting. It's running a background check on them. For example, you could check their social media or any sort of other previous matches that your opponent had, if any, and it's just kind of a background check just in case you don't fight someone like Mike Tyson. Step 2 is deciding how you want the fight to go. Of course, it won't go the way you probably want. It's fighting is a really unpredictable sport, but you have a preference for whether you like the fight standing up, or would you get onto a scramble onto the ground. Only with really 2 options, so you can't really struggle with that. Personally, I prefer standing up while fighting because when I grapple, I just get tired a lot quickly, and in my opinion, a lot of the dangerous moves, in my opinion, lies within the world of grappling. And I only did wrestling before, so it's we don't really have a lot of dangerous finishers or dangerous moves on the ground, but standing up, moves like the suplex or arm throws can be executed without limitations, and such of that in folk style wrestling. So step 3 is the actual training. So how exactly should you train? Weight training is it can build insane muscle mass, but if you don't train properly with weights, it can damage your cardiovascular endurance. Usually 2 to 3 days after a hard day of training is how long it takes for a muscle to fully recover from the tears and the soreness for it to go away. And if you want to actually train, you should probably spend half the month or 3/5 of a month training for pure strength. Building strength has many different methods. One of the most common methods, bulking and then cutting. Bulking is eating more calories than you actually burn off, so you can actually keep your muscles growing and have more excess energy to recover. But at the same time, you probably build. It's not ideal, I guess, but it's not a bad idea. And cutting is usually right after bulking, and the bulking and cutting thing is kind of for aesthetics training, I guess. It's building the muscle and then cutting off the fat. Cutting will improve you physically, of course, but you'll definitely feel a lot less energetic because you probably won't be used to all of a sudden cutting down all the food and losing all that excess fat cells, and you definitely burn yourself out too much from that. So you shouldn't burn too much body fat. It's unhealthy and can damage your stamina, because when you do any sort of exercise, you burn fat as an energy source. Step 4 is deciding what you want to specialize in, choosing a good martial art to build off of. And everyone has their own preferences. Some people like grappling, some people like punching and kicking. Personally, I just suggest you start off with a striking sport, because it'll definitely be a lot easier than any grappling sports. There are a couple good martial arts for striking, I guess. Things like kickboxing are more viable than things like Thai boxing, like Muay Thai. And I'll explain why real quick. So some moves are banned in UFC, I'm pretty sure, and let me think real quick. Muay Thai uses all parts of the body: elbows, fists, knees, shins, thighs, or something. And some of those are banned in the UFC because it's a little too dangerous, and they don't want to spike the rate of the death rates, because they'll probably not be very good. But of course, it's just you start with striking sport like kickboxing or boxing, because like it's just like a lot of those moves are more legal in the terms of UFC. And step five is like if you never fought before, like I mean everyone has fought once, like get close to a fight at one point. Like you feel that adrenaline rush, you get like tippy, you get like really jumpy and stuff when you feel that adrenaline rush. I guess it's like you start tunnel vision a lot, and like you kind of start sweating and just stop thinking and just start doing. And like normally that'd be good, but like in like in a place like UFC, like you have to think and do at the same time. So you have to learn how to like get used to that adrenaline rush and know how to control it. Like I've gotten like some fights before, like not like any professional, just kind of like outside fights, and like sometimes like I just get a little too like jumpy from adrenaline, and like I start spacing out and like just staying in one spot all the time, and like I just kind of lash out sometimes, like random punches, I guess. And like anyway, you just like get used to that feeling of adrenaline. Like if you could, you should spar. So, like it'll give you like a first-hand experience. When you're actually in the ring, just like stay calm, don't let adrenaline take over, and I think you'll be good. I think was about just out of time on this episode. It's gonna do it for me, man. I'll see you next time.